Was there any inspiration to be a game reviewer? Also, do you have a mentor who gives you advice? That's you. That's for you.
No, I don't have a mentor. I don't talk to anyone regularly about video game reviews per se. I do talk shop with a few different guys about, I guess, YouTube in general and video production, especially at conventions. But in terms of actually being a game reviewer, I look at myself more as when I do the NES Punk stuff, it's more, to me, short films than video game reviews straight out, to be honest. So in terms of inspiration, I guess you can say in terms of episodic content, that was definitely James. In terms of episodic content, maybe not the tone, obviously, but in terms of doing sort of like, all right, having some sort of like storylines or some sort of bits. But in terms of my direct inspiration, I remember being on YouTube in 2008. In 2008, YouTube was taking off. It was taken off by 2007. And seeing just a lot of horrendous game reviews back in 2007, 2008, it was still sort of a gatekeeper sort of role where video camcorders were still expensive. HD was not adopted. HD really wasn't adopted regularly until about 2012, I'd say. So, yeah, you still needed $500-$600 for a decent camcorder to do standard definition, and you still needed to figure out how to do editing. No one was using After Effects really yet. So not many people were doing it. So who were doing it? Who were making reviews on YouTube were just snot-nosed kids, ignorant kids who didn't know much about old video games, using emulators, using their keyboard. You can hear them clicking the keys and using their fucking Gateway 2000 shitty microphones from like the year 2000, and basically freeballing it and doing awful game reviews. Like really just bottom barrel fucking shit that was getting views just because that's all there was on YouTube. That was the only reason why. So I remember watching one for the Three Stooges. I loved the Three Stooges. I loved their humor. I loved the game. It's not the greatest game, but I think it's a pretty good game for what it is.
My friend John adores that game.
For what? To make a game with the Three Stooges, that's the best you're going to do. It's better than the Three Stooges arcade game. That's for sure. And the kid he was probably a 20-year-old, 21, who knows. Not only didn't do any research to figure out that the Three Stooges were a hugely famous comedy act. What the hell are the Three Stooges? Didn't do any research to know that any of the mini games were based upon classic short films, and trashed the game and trashed the whole concept. So he didn't do any research, and then dismissed the game outright. I'm thinking, I could at least do that. But I know about these games. I know about the background. I could do the research, and I could get a camcorder and go back to my limited film knowledge from college and at least do something better than this bullshit.
Right.
So that's what I decided to do. And I didn't get the views right away. I didn't get views. People think that you can look at number of subscribers I have now. It took me like 2 years to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, maybe 2.5. It was a long time coming. I didn't get any of those breaks that some other guys did. I'm not bitter about it. That's just how it worked out for me. Mm-hmm. But at the very least, I knew what the hell I was talking about with Baseball Stars and Three Stooges and a little bit with the Black Box games version, Top Secret episode, and the Power Pad games. And that first sort of run of games I did, at least try to show that I had some knowledge about what I was talking about.